Hello and welcome back to the Digital Dungeoneers with your host, Lost Hope. Today we're preparing for the Legion remix, dropping the 7th of October. If you want to know everything before charging headfirst into the Broken Isles again, you're in the right place. Today we're covering the important stuff: dates, pacing, time running, currency, infinite artifact weapons, heroic world tiers, Mythic Plus, the Mage Tower, rewards, and of course, the lore. The chapters are going to be listed down below if you want to skip around, but trust me, you'll want the full picture for this one. Let's talk about dates. Blizzard has finally given the date of the 7th of October, right on schedule with the 2025 WoW roadmap. It will run for about 96 days, similar to the Mists of Pandaria remix. So think of it as a whole expansion binge watch on a fast forward motion. What is time running? Well, time running or remix is Blizzard's way of letting us revisit entire expansions in pocket dimensions. You roll a fresh character, speed through the content, and farm cosmetics that carry you over to your characters in retail. For Legion, you'll get 5 extra character slots just for this event because Blizzard knows your ult addiction is definitely real. One big catch though, time running characters can move to the War Within at any point in time, but it's a one-way trip. Once you leave Legion, you cannot go back, so choose carefully, and no ult F4ing and pretending it didn't happen this time. At the end of this event, all time runners get pulled back into retail, keeping their levels while temporary gear gets replaced with some new current timeline basics, ready to get yourself ready for that midnight release. Then let's talk about the pacing. This remix condenses the entire Legion expansion into about 90 to 100 days. No weekly lockouts. The reputation grind is accelerated, and every 2 weeks, a new patch drops, from Emerald Nightmare to Nighthold, Tomb of Sagaris, and finally, Taurus. After the last patch, you'll get a month of free play before the timeline collapses. Think of it as Blizzard literally pulling out the rug while you're mid-quest. Then let's talk about the currency. Your main currency is going to be bronze. This is used to buy cosmetics, and you'll pretty much get it from everything: caches, activities, achievements, and even blowing up demons that drop residual time motes. On Argus, where flying is banned, you'll transform into a worm tongue and run around scooping up bronze orbs like you're in Azeroth's version of Mario Kart. Upgrades this time use Artifactum Sand, which drops from all kinds of content. Then, let's talk about the infinite artifact weapons. Remember Legion's artifact weapons? Well, they're back, but powered by the infinite dragonflight. Every weapon has a shared trait tree, and you can focus on nature, fel, arcane, storm, or holy light. Want to respect? Go for it. Want to mix and match with specialty jewel items? Even better. Leveling up your weapon takes Artifactum Sand, and jewelry lets you push traits beyond normal caps. Basically, it's the old artifact grind, but turbocharged. Then let's move on to the heroic world tier, the Shattered Timeline. Here's where things get spicy. Legion adds a Diablo-style world tier called the Shattered Timeline. Opt in, and the mobs hit harder, live longer, and come with unique buffs. In return, way better rewards. You'll unlock this through the Infinite Chaos at the Infinite Bazaar. To leave, you just use the console again that you got in from, a Temporal Retreat, or my personal favorite, you can just die and let a spirit healer punch you back into normal mode. Some enemies are empowered in this area with special affixes. Think of extra damage, demon summons, exploding corpses. Basically, it's Blizzard's way of reminding you to stay awake. Then let's talk Time Warped Obelisks. Scattered around the world are Time Warped Obelisks. Most give buffs, but sometimes they drop a Doom Guard on your head. Risk and reward, my friend. At least the loot's looking good. Then we've got Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus is also making a return, complete with Remix's wild scaling. Blizzard wants you to break the system this time, so expect some crazy builds. You'll see the original Legion affixes, plus some new ones called Eternius Trials, so look forward to a new challenge ahead. Then we've got the Mage Tower. Blizzard hasn't spelled out any direct details about the Mage Tower, but it will be back. Sadly, the artifact and appearances are still off limits. Sorry Druids, no shiny bearfall this time. Then let's talk about the rewards. The rewards are looking very much stacked for this Legion remix. We've got the Mythic Chaos Chosen Dread Ensemble, the Violet Spellwing and Taurus mount, the pre-launch event armor sets, and some new items and recolors of Legion mounts, prets, and transmogs. But some things remain exclusive: Mage Tower artifacts, PvP appearances, and seasonal gear. If you missed it back then, unfortunately, they're going to stay in the vault forever. Then let's talk about the lore. Finally, the story in the Pandaren lyrics. Eternius and the Infinite Dragonflight were messing around with timelines on the Timeless Isles. Now with Midlight approaching, they're focused on the Legion. The Broken Isles, the Nightfallen, Argus, and the return of the Burning Legion itself. This time, the Infinite Dragonlight want to play a bigger role, as we Time Runners get to help them figure out what really saved Azeroth, and spoiler, it may have been us carrying half the raid while the other half stood in the fire and died, but we'll find out. And that's the full breakdown of the Legion remix: faster leveling, wild systems, bigger rewards, and a chance to relive one of World of Warcraft's best expansions on turbo mode. So what are you most excited about? Grinding bronze, breaking Mythic Plus, or revisiting Suramar wine cellars just one last time? Drop your thoughts below, and if this helped, don't forget to like and subscribe for more World of Warcraft guides. This has been Lost Up with the Digital Engineers, and I'll see you in the next timeline.